Okay, so today, well, the past couple of days, I've been going over more of the cell, and I've been really wondering about space, like the space in between stuff, and I've always been really curious about just all the stuff here, all the stuff that we aren't perceiving, um, and then about how space reflects that, because it seems like, there's color here, 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 but then we see a lot of dark, what we call dark matter, okay? And then you've got also the cell, and as you can see, it's almost, it's the same, it's got lots of space in between, but all these things, it even has a name. It's called cytosol, and even that word alone has soul in it, which also means sun. And the sun shines onto the earth, and the rays are everywhere. And that means that the sun is everywhere, but our left brain is having a hard time making sense of that information. And so what they were telling me was that you can look at our past as if it were lines, they're lines, okay? And when we have gaps in timelines, like even our brains reflect that there are lots of twists and turns and stuff, but there's always a river that runs through it. There's always that seam where even those crevices come together in a singularity. And they were saying that all of that space, so the singularity, right? Just like one atom in an atom bomb, and it spreads out to all these possibilities. You have this crevice that creates this gap in time. And all the things that we are seeing or wondering about in this space, whether you want to say in cellular space, in the cosmos, the space, or the space in the air, is all the truth. It's all the truth that's trying to be spoken. It's like, if you can imagine this. Let me remove the glare here. If you can remove the glare. Here, I'll just move over there. You see these? These are called secretorial granules. Secretorial granules. Okay, and these little guys, the definition behind these guys is really pretty interesting. I'm sorry, flipping through my notes here. Okay. Okay. It says the substance of these may have a certain function rather than being a waste product. The classical mechanism of cell secretion is via secretory portals. It actually says portals when you look it up, at the cell plasm. Okay, now what that's saying is that this little guy up here, this little red ball, is able to turn what we think is waste product, okay? This is all the space product. But it's, what they were saying is that all this space in between, this little guy right here, this little mustard seed, he expresses his truth just like us. We say our truth, we think our truth, right? And it goes into this space, and all we want is to be heard. We want our voices, we want our truths to be told, because everyone's truth is very important. It's what makes up everything in our world. And when we feel like we're being listened to, we can move past whatever emotion was creating those gaps, because we just can't get past that depression in our timeline wave. So when people talk to you about something that hurts them or bothers them, listening, you don't even need to say anything, because their truth has now been heard, and they feel like they have been heard. And the cosmos, the space, I mean, all these spaces are the same. It is sent out, and whatever they need to hear or whatever they need to experience, just like a loop, it's going to come back to them. And there is no harm in any of this. This is what they need to get over that hurdle, so they can smooth out their timelines by getting rid of the depressions. So they were telling me, well, it was like they give me a concept and then I envision what it looks like. So when you hone in on that, on your singular truth, and you send it out there, what's happening is that this little guy right here, who's speaking all of this truth in every cell of your body, in every person on this planet, on every star in the cosmos, they are talking truth. And once they can really feel that you are listening, they are now, this guy sucks in like a vampire pump. They suck in truth that's within this space, and they express it. So now all of this starts draining out, all of the stuff that we can't perceive yet. It comes out and it shows you. I think it's an amazing design. It's absolutely perfect. This is so cool. It's like you just have to listen, because the truth, they said, is in absolutely everything, and the system that we understand is absolutely perfect. The imagination, the right side of your brain, knows everything is truth. And what is happening with the duality is that your left brain is having a real hard time accepting what's possible, because it only hones in on one singularity of many possibilities. And that's okay. All you got to do is just speak out what you don't understand, what doesn't make sense, and then just listen to your environment, and it will always come back. You just have to look for the love, all the positivity. That's like your filter. That's your filter, because if it doesn't feel good, it's telling you that that's something you need to mull over again. You have to go over that again, because you gotta look through different eyes on that, because the truth is in there. You gotta find it. I thought that was really cool, because the fact that it's called secret secretory granule, it's like perfect. Like, if we just look for the things we already know, we want the secrets to truth. We want the secrets of all the ancients. But what we don't realize is that it's already there. You just gotta speak out and then listen. Really listen to each other, to yourselves, yourself, and your environment. Because they were telling me, they were like, you're bringing the cosmos to you. They said, when you look at cosmos, we can see how happy and how awful, you're full of awe and wonder about all the things that you can see when your perspective is looking in, and you want to be a part of that sparkle. All those stars, they're so beautiful, and like the cosmos smoke, it just moves around and it's so effervescent. It's that living water that is constantly flowing and moving. It is perfect. We exist in that perfect cosmos, and we have to realize that nothing is out of place. Nothing is, because we are a part of that beautiful picture. When we take a moment to step back and take a look at all that we truly are a part of, is so beautiful. We just have to look sometimes from a different perspective, like looking at the cosmos. When you step back and look at the whole picture, and that's really only a sliver of the whole picture, we can see that it is so amazing. So we need to be rest assured that if we can see it from one point of view, we are able to see it from all points of view. When you step back, it's like you got that one little secretory granule, right? And it's got all these possibilities moving outwards. So when you go from that point of where you're like not feeling well, step back and you can see that the picture is beautiful. So then you can now grab those stars, those secretory granules that are speaking to you, and you can find your way back to that singularity, which is that where you are right here in this current moment is all of that as well. A well of knowledge. It's a well in everything that you are, from the smallest thing to the biggest thing. It's all about perspective, and you have to enjoy and realize that it is a perfect structure. It's a perfect system. Everything that we experience is only leading us towards that singularity of pure truth. Nothing has to be a secret. So whatever you experience, share it, because we all need to hear everybody's truth so we can let it go out, and then the cosmos, that beautiful wonder, comes right to us. That way we can smooth out everybody's lines, their timelines. We don't have to be in depression. The only reason why we're there is because we need to amp ourselves up. Amp yourself up to finding the truth, and you'll find that these two get closer and closer to that single point where everything is smooth. The waters are still, and you can move about freely, knowing that everything you experience is to bring you back out, back to the future, you know? It's bringing it all together. So whatever you've got, give it. Give it, because we all need to hear it. So that if it resonates somewhere in my secretory granules, in your secretory granules, they are now buzzing like a tuning fork. They're now buzzing between those 2 points of singularity. And then eventually it's like it just starts resonating. All the other little secretory granules, they're all over the place. Whoops. Well, maybe this one's a little better. Well, it's hard to see, and maybe that's why we can't see it, is because what we're living in is the same color as the secret. Okay? Maybe it's really hard to see because it simply blends right in with all that is. So speak out, give out, whether you're by yourself or with other people, it doesn't matter, because these secretory granules are in everything, because they are part of the smallest things. And and the cell, the cell that we live in, this beautiful mother earth that we have, that we so proudly are a part of, as above so below, they're both listening, because those are the 2 points that are gonna hone in on you. Okay, like a cone. They finally have a voice that is being heard, and they will speak to and through you, just like a north and south pole. Okay, it's gonna go right through you and out, so that we all start resonating to the same truth, which is all truths, that everything is perfect. Okay, I think that's all I have for now. Thank you.